and gentlemen, what is up? Good afternoon and welcome to an Arena and Chill live stream today where we're going to be doing the final push to get a 3-star version of Mephisto. Maybe a bit of T4 Arena as well. I ain't too sure, it depends how it goes. But I think essentially what I'm trying to do here, we got the final round. So we're just going to grind to just over 1.6 million points. And I think that should be fairly safe. That should be fairly dandy. But damn, chat's lit up. Oh my gosh. Massive shout out to B-Squid, Adrian, Ethan, Attila, Naeem, Nis, Andy, Enzo, Juan, Flamingo, Jonathan. Guys, their chats have been absolutely bombarded today. Hope you're all doing well. I wish I could say hi to everyone, man, but that is such a long list of people. Who else do we have? Do we have more people from the mod squad, sponsor squad? Dana, Quick Shot, Stan Lee. Massive shout out there. Oh man, so many people knocking about today, guys. Hope you're doing well. I decided yesterday just to have like a chill day, a day off. I was playing quite a bit of Dauntless, which is a Monster Hunter game on the PC. But, oh, what is it? Less than 48 hours now till we fly out to New York. And then that's going to be 6 very full-on days of Marvel Contest of Champions and networking. So it's like yesterday, you know, we'll have a chill day, a little bit of time to rest because I know it's going to be non-stop, pretty much from the start of Tuesday on. Hey, what is up, Whale? Hope you're doing well. Derek as well. Welcome. hope you're doing good today. All right, let's have a chat is so lit today, man. Oh, certainly been a while since it's been this busy in chat. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. I want to do a video today on some of the bugs, and maybe have a little bit of a chat about the state of the game. Because man, fucking hell, Twitter, the forums, Reddit, they've been a complete shit show over the last couple of days. And there's a lot of stuff that I really agree with, but I feel like it's kind of getting to the point with the issues where people are picking at stuff that doesn't really need to be picked at, where there are significantly more important issues, and kind of detracting from the general message on kind of wider issues and higher standards of quality assurance that we want before pre-release. So yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, I kind of want to do a bit of a thought-out video a little bit later today, talking about my opinion, and yeah, put it out there. But, oh man, I'm just pissed off that just every single update, apart from, I think maybe the Spider-Man and Green Goblin ones, like, has introduced some sort of bug that, you know, has been predominant for a week or two. Even on the Guardians of the Galaxy, we had the dashback one a month, and it's pretty game-breaking. And, yeah, I mean, you know, the one at the moment with the special attacks firing off, like, that's apparently going to get fixed next week, but how many deaths is that going to cost? Like, you know, these issues and bugs are freaking huge, son, in terms of, like, tearing through people's wallets and using, you know, kind of, what is it, degenerating their experience for having a good time. Yeah, I've seen them all about, James. Been actively following them quite a bit, even on my day off yesterday. I just love it when it says parry, but the opponent doesn't get stunned. The usual reason for that is if your opponent has some sort of, like, defensive ability accuracy reduction, like Black Widow, or is unstunnable. I think those are the only 2 cases where the actual parry triggers up and the opponent doesn't get stunned. There are quite a few scenarios where that might happen, like fighting an Iceman, for example, if he has ice armor. So yeah, I don't know, man. I just kind of, it would be... I think the community just needs to get a little bit more united, like focusing on very specific issues and causing, you know, deciding what issues are very important, i.e. Alliance War, getting these bugs fixed, and then kind of unified to have a little bit of a stronger message as to exactly, you know, generally, I mean, it's never going to be a scenario where everyone agrees on what is the best idea, but essentially deciding, you know, what are the biggest problems, and then putting those forward, and hopefully getting some solid responses to them. Oh, you know it well. You know it, my friend. Hey, what is up, Ray? David Morgan, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. The game finally works for me, and when I opened a premium hero crystal, I got a 3-star Spider-Gwen and Hyperion. It's not too bad. I mean, depends, you know, depends where you are in the game, David Morgan. Quite early on, man. That Hyperion, that's going to be pretty good. Love to pick up one of those on Whale Milker for sure. But massive shout out to you, David, my friend. Let's get you up there as the blubberiest whale of the day. Thank you very much for the first super chat. Right, let's get you in, man. Let's get you in. Right, your boy David Morgan up there with a $5 super chat. Hey, that's... Is that? Yeah, that's fair. Let's actually... No, that's pretty perfect. We'll go for that. Yo, man, get out the channel, fam. Right, what do we have? Hey, what is up, Jackson? Hope you're doing well. Quinton, pleasure to see you today as well. See, what happens if they release a Halloween week calendar and the last day you get a villain that is guaranteed a 4-star? I mean, I imagine a lot of people would be significantly more happy about this month's lock-in calendar if that was the case. But yeah, I guess that's the thing to bear in mind, that it is Halloween. So, fingers crossed that there is going to be an additional bonus login calendar. But I don't know, I was having a bit of a think about the login calendar this morning and what they generally need to do. I think it's quite important in terms of kind of, you know, obviously I don't have the stats, but from a community perspective and player happiness perspective, I think it's important that the login calendar kind of consistently increases. You know, stays the same or increases, because if you have these months where it's just absolutely insane for a couple of months in a row, and then you go back to fairly average, like, it just seems really, really disappointing. Oh man, I'm getting absolutely wrecked by this Nightcrawler. But yeah, especially in kind of a period of the game where, you know, a lot of people are very unhappy about the state of a lot of stuff, like, it just really doesn't help at all. Hey, what is up, Jazz? Hope you're doing well. I want to get that Dr. Voodoo. I'm pretty happy about Dr. Voodoo being one of the login champions. Just because I'm really excited to get him on Whale Milker. And I think he's a really, really great champion for pretty much everyone to pick up. Because he's a champion that, you know, is quite good. Even if you don't know how to play Dr. Voodoo, he's still much better than the average champion. But, you know, he has this level of skill and gameplay that once you know how to control Voodoo very, very well, like, he is by far one of the most powerful utility champions in the game for how you can handle, like, a variety of different matchups. So I really like Voodoo, man. He's good. For sure. I'm rank 5 for Mephisto Arena. Wow, that's a little bit odd that you're rank 5, considering the ranks don't come out for another couple of hours. So yeah, I don't know if you're rank 5 or full of shit, but I'd definitely go for the second one there if I was to guess. Right, let's try and get the evade on this. Damn, some of my parries are sloppy today, boys. They're getting rinsed all over the place. Right, is that going to be enough? Oh! Not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. Not too bad. I'll take that one. Oh, see, and I got the biggest God tier champion from a 15k crystal. You got 5-star Kamala Khan. You are a lucky boy, Stanley, for sure. What are my opinions on Mephisto? I'll probably do a bit more of an in-depth breakdown on Mephisto after I get the champion today. But I think he's a really good addition to the game. I think he's got some really good utility. He's going to be a massive pain in the ass for Alliance War Defense. I'm actually not a huge fan of how they've designed the character to actually fight. I think his Aura of Incineration is a little bit too aggressive. I would rather that they half the proc chance and double the damage. I feel like that would make it significantly more interesting. But I'm not too sure if he's going to be too much of a pain to fight in, like, Alliance War. I'm interested. Has anybody fought Mephisto's an Alliance War boss or mini-boss yet? Would it... I guess if somebody got Mephisto on the first day and was in the middle of a placement phase, might be possible that has already occurred. But I'm interested to see, man. Interested to see. You sinned today, you brought Carnage to 550. Well, it wasn't the best move, but, you know, at the end of the day, if you enjoy playing Carnage and you had an insane excess of cosmic resources, then, yeah, good on you, buddy. Good on you. But yeah, most people would generally regard that as maybe not the best move for some good progression. What's that? Hey, Cian, I'm at 2.2 million points on the Freestar Arena. Do you think I will get the rank 150 rewards? Probably not. You'll probably need to be a bit higher than that. I'd say it's pretty unlikely, but simultaneously, the rank 150 rewards, they suck, right? It's just a rank up gem for a Freestar. It's very, very cheap, man. Not really much point putting over, much over 1.6 million. Like, I think I might go up to maybe 1.7 million, but there's certainly, in my opinion, no need to grind any higher than that. Might as well focus your time and resources on other arenas, my friend. When am I going to do my next Transformers Forged to Fight video? I have absolutely no plans to do any more videos on Transformers Forged to Fight. It may happen one day if I decide to go back and have a little bit of a look. But yeah, I'm not too fussed. I mean, one of my tinfoil hat theories is that they actually took quite a few people off Marvel Contest of Champions development to do Transformers Forged to Fight. This is one of my tinfoil hat theories, that a lot of the original devs from MCOC got moved over to that game, and that is one of the reasons, you know, they cut the team from MCOC to start making this game, and some of the resource, you know, that used to be poured into MCOC has been split between the games. So yeah, that's kind of one of my tinfoil hat theories, is just that Transformers, the release of it, and you can really tell, like, the release of it has negatively impacted the quality of Marvel Contest of Champions. So yeah, there's a part of me that really, just for that reason alone, wants Transformers Forged to Fight to die. But I don't know if that's true. Again, that is a complete tinfoil hat theory. I've no, well, I guess to a certain extent there are some I have no solid evidence, but it's just a feeling, you know? It's just a feeling. Why does Ant-Man suck? His damage is awful. That's pretty much it. Doesn't make for a very good Alliance War Defender, unless you got him paired with Doc Ock, who is not a very good Alliance War Defender. But I guess Alliance War Defenders don't really matter too much at the moment. You can cake roll pretty much everyone. Oh, thank you very much, Savage. Appreciate that. Which do I think to rank 5 first, Archangel or Iceman? Personal preference, my friend. I'd probably go Archangel first. Now that I've got both characters quite powerful, but that, you know, it really depends on which one you need. So we'll have to see. Am I going to get the Can Crystals when they are available? The Gifting Crystals? We'll have to see this year. It depends on the state of the game, really. You know, it depends what's going on. So yeah, I don't know. I have a bit of a theory that they're going to put, like, OG Deadpool or Thanos in the Gifting Crystals this year. Just make them a little bit more juicy, man. Sell some more of those Gifting Crystals. Have a mad gifting event that incentivizes everyone to spend a ton of units. Like, that worked incredibly well for them last year. What's that? With the special bug and Defender Diversity, I do believe it's time to make a boycott MCOC video. So in regards to a boycott movement, I'll talk about this a little bit later, but essentially, you won't start a boycott until you have the whales on board, like fully on board. And while stuff is still being addressed, because they have said that they're continuing to work on Alliance War, and continuing to work on, you know, that they've got a fix in the pipeline, apparently maybe next week, for the bugs that were introduced. Like, until there's something where they, you know, they put their foot down and say, we're not going to change this, like, you're not going to get enough people involved to have an effective boycott. So yeah, as much as the majority of the community that wants to boycott is not the community that spends the most money on this game. And until you get those guys involved on the fuck kabam train, which, you know, is possible if they keep going down the route, but it needs to reach a certain point. There needs to be a certain snap of unwillingness to improve the game. But in regards to their communication about the bugs, like, given Kabam a little bit of props, they were very, very speedy about communicating and acknowledging all of the bugs of this patch. In terms of actually getting them fixed, it's going to be a while. Well, a while, hopefully next week. But yeah, it's not the immediate solution that everyone wants. But I think the main thing is that, you know, we need to hold them to better quality assurance standards. That's something that, you know, we got New York Comic Con next week, man. Kabam are coming out of that little studio. Certainly going to be an interesting time to have a bit of a chat with them. Exactly. Exactly, man. Exactly. Like, if you want to do an effective boycott, and that's the only reason that we should do a boycott, is if we want to take it 100% seriously, you need to get to the point where you can get everybody on board. And I think, to a certain extent, the game is arguably close to that point, but the ball is still in Kabam's court, you know? They haven't said, like, oh, we're just going to leave Alliance War like this, or we're going to leave all these bugs in, like that. They're actively working on fixing it. So we'll have to see. Yeah, I think a lot of the people, they do, the top players, they want the game to be the best it can be, but, you know, you have to understand that it's very, very competitive up there in terms of prestige. So unless everybody abides by it, and everybody stops spending, then, or, you know, participating in X, Y, or Z, then, yeah, it doesn't work. Do I think rank down tickets should come back? I think if they want to continue to push Defender diversity and remove the Defender kills, then yes, I do believe rank down tickets should come back. But I also think Defender diversity is actually really fucking stupid and makes Alliance War Defense really, really stale. Because half the time, I think it could be done in a right way if you had a lot more odd and interesting nodes, very much like some of the effects used in Labyrinth of Legends. But in its current state, where, you know, pretty much all of the nodes are very, like, boring snooze fest. I just don't think it's gonna work. Take a really, really big revamp of the map, and if they did want to push Defender diversity, then yeah, they would have to have rank down tickets and significantly stronger nodes. See, I'm new to the game. Should I max out my Deadpool or Iceman first? They're both 3-star and Awakened. Is it a classic Deadpool or the Deadpool X-Force? I think that's the first question there. I don't know. I maybe go for... I mean, Deadpool, if it's the OG Deadpool, he has the regeneration, which is really, really useful. But Iceman, he's a utilities god. A lot of really, really good stuff there. I don't know, man. Just grind it out, get both of them maxed as quickly as possible. But I'd maybe go for Iceman first. I think out of the two characters, I'd much rather progress with Iceman. But that's because I'm a pretty sick player. You know, if you're getting hit quite a bit and that is an issue, then maybe what is it, OG Deadpool? I don't really understand what you're trying to say there, Hackerman. So Hackerman says, do you think boycott by non-spenders make no effect on Kabam? Only spenders? Yeah, I mean, like, if people aren't spending and then they decide to boycott spending, what does that do? You know? They're not spending anyway, so, like, that wouldn't have an effect unless those people stop playing the game. I don't really get that question. That one's just seems a little bit rhetorical to me, if I'm honest. Give me all of the nudes, for sure, man, for sure. Gonna be giving out nudes left, right, and center at Comic-Con. Like, gonna get a signed autograph for nudes, for sure. I'm a pretty sick player. I'm alright, man, I'm alright. Now and again. I definitely never claim to be the best. But your boy, I've gotten pretty sick of playing this game, you know, for sure. I scored 1.8 million. Will I get him? 3-star feature for Mephisto? Yeah, you should be pretty safe for that score. I'm new to the game. I got my first 5-star. It's Drax. Isn't that good? Yeah, it's definitely good, man. Pretty badass champion, even unawakened. So, huge congrats on that. So that's definitely maybe in the... I guess there are like, what was it, 40, 50 champions in the crystal now? I'd say it's top 20% for sure. Do I still work for Kabam? I never work for Kabam, man. I just own the company and make all of the decisions. You know, I don't know. What's that? Not spending is the boycott. Yeah, that's... yeah, but what the person was trying to say is if the not spender... Well, I assume the not spenders continue to not spend, will that make a difference? And it's not really the, the not spenders or the casual spenders, it's the whales, boys. There are people who easily spend... There are quite a few people who easily spend between 10 grand and 100 grand on this game every month. And you gotta be aware of that, man. Gotta be aware of that. What's that? I've been in recruit rooms for a long time, and top alliances have had a lot of high prestige players retire, quoting they need to let go of this game and return to real life. I think that's a certain point as well. You know, you have that every month with top players in MCOC. Like some people, Marvel Contest of Champions is different in the way that you play it. Like a lot of those people at the top tier, some people play it because they really, really like it, but also you do have the percentage of players that are like grossly addicted to Marvel Contest of Champions and cannot put it down and cannot stop spending. So yeah, it's really up to individuals to manage themselves on there. But also I kind of do understand, you know, how stuff like the update to Alliance War was a major tipping point for a lot of people. Because it just doesn't give you a huge amount of faith in the development team. And I can kind of understand that. For sure, like, I certainly don't blame, blame people for kind of walking away from the game at this point. You know, I'm just a little bit more... Essentially, what I want to do is I want to try and get a handle on the game development team, because that's really what we don't have at the moment. Like, we have mainly, like, Kabam, Mike, and Adora, who are the PR people, or the community managers, or, you know, essentially a very similar role. There's no dialogue directly between the people who make the game, or if there is, there's a very, very limited dialogue between the people who actually make the decisions and develop this game and the people who actually play it. That's the biggest problem, man. Yeah, you're right. What can a non-spender do to support the boycott? So at the moment, there's no boycott, because if you want an effective boycott, you need the whole organization there. So yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of what transpires at New York Comic Con will set the tone for how people move forward, how the relationship between Kabam and the community moves forward. But yeah, I don't know. It's just an annoying time, really, because there's nothing more than, you know, nothing more than I want in this world to see Marvel Contest as Champion succeed and be the best game it can be. And I think this is why this is such an active and passionate community. It's because a lot of people really, really enjoy the core foundation of this game. And it just hurts, man. It hurts every update when they just keep on missing the peg with certain stuff. What are you referring to there, B-Squid? Isn't Mephisto the entity that possessed Ghost Rider? I believe there's something in his origin about that. I had a quick, possessed or made? Doesn't he... I'm just trying to think about the, what is it? The friggin', like, Nicolas Cage movie. Doesn't he, like, make a bargain with him? Something like that. Hey, what is up, Juice? Hope you're doing well. What are you trying to say by that, man? I'm a little bit confused. Alright, let's get the evade there. Get the Fired Viper down. Hey, what's up, Epic Gamer? Hope you're doing well. Scene, can I have some tips on Road to the Labyrinth Chapter 4? I'd suggest looking up Joel Line on YouTube, man. He's got a, what is it? Fantastic series. What was that? Have they seriously not asked you to interview for a job? No, I don't really see that ever becoming a circumstance, and, you know, the very much last thing I would like to do is work for Kabam in what I perceive to be their current state, because I don't think the problem is with their developers or community team. I feel like there's somebody up at the top, and, I don't know, maybe they're making a bit shit decisions about how to allocate resources in the office. Again, just a very, very tinfoil hat theory. But I feel like they pushed a lot of the core knowledgeable people from MCOC over to Transformers. And yeah, it's being made by... I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, thank you very much, David. Appreciate that. What are my thoughts on Hela? Oh, we're gonna have to see, man. That's it. It's a big old question mark. Scene, do you think they will replace premium hero shards or grandmaster shards for uncollected title holders? I wish, man. I totally wish. But yeah, I wouldn't imagine so. What I believe is going to happen is when, like, Act 5 is finished and 6 stars come out, there's going to be, like, a 5-star featured arena and 5-star basic arena. And hopefully for the milestones, that one has some grandmaster shards. That'd be pretty fantastic. Do you think initial views on Mephisto overhyped the character too much? I don't really think so. I think, you know, he's still a very good character for utility and stuff, and he certainly has uses in his game. I think that the thing with Mephisto in terms of playing the character, for a lot of people, because it's really annoying when you're playing a character and they just hit really... they just don't hit very hard at all. And I think that's one of the main annoyances with Mephisto for a lot of people. But still, a lot of people really enjoy playing him. He's certainly going to have a solid use in the game. And going to be a very, very good Alliance War defender. So, I don't know. I never thought the hype level was up there. I always go in with a very like, okay guys, we'll wait and see how good this character is. Before we'll jump aboard the hype train. But I'm pretty excited for Morningstar and Blade. Like, I was always the most excited for Blade, so we're going to have to see how that character is. I think he's going to be insane with Deep Wounds, but we'll have to see what's up. Where is it, man? Because I know it's out there, Hatch the Compass. I think it's called, like, Labyrinth 100%, Paths Taken, Units Spent. Just, give it a YouTube, my friend. Expecting some juicy pics / videos in Discord. Oh man, there's gonna be quite a bit popping off at New York Comic Con next week. See, I actually finished my first Labyrinth of Legends path, as I said to you a couple of live streams ago. 5k units. I'm actually really happy how it turned out. Congratulations, man. That's not too bad. Which champion did you use for your first Labyrinth path? Oh, very, very lucky there, Adrian. I would definitely count your losses and never buy 150 units crystal again, though. They're terrible, man. Such terrible drop rates. Save your units for better stuff. How long is the beginner bracket for an arena? It's the first 30 days of playing, and then you move over to the intermediate bracket. Alright, let's queue these three up. We've only got like 160k more points to go. We're getting there, boys. It was Joel Line on YouTube, Bronx. This month's calendar is totally crap. I guess one thing just to bear in mind about this month is Halloween. And they have done, they did a special calendar last year for Halloween. So yeah, there might be one coming up. I'd wait and see. I think essentially what... Because they've talked about, like, some other stuff maybe coming this month with, like, a 6-star champion appearing somewhere. I think they just kind of need to lay out exactly everything that's coming at the start of the month. That would be pretty good. Just a summary of the entire event. Because I think if there's, you know, initially something seems underwhelming at the start, then yeah, a lot of people aren't too happy about that. So it'd be just nice to have a bit more information out about what's to come every month, and a big summarized post at the start of every month. Simple game, for sure, Louise. Yeah, Blade animations are a little bit weird, but still, man, he's gonna be badass for sure. Oh, that's a very long time ago, B-Squid. I'd say, you know, you're in the middle somewhere. You're in the middle. I haven't quite sussed you out there. Yeah, they're on a joke. They already said, what was it, yesterday, that it's something the team is currently working on, so hopefully it should be resolved early next week. But we'll have to see what's up, my friend. See, I pulled a 5-star Stark Spidey from a Yondu crystal. Damn, son. That's crazy. Do I take him up to rank 3 with Catalyst? Yeah, man, definitely take him up. Like, even Unawakened, the dude is a beast. And you're obviously gonna, well, try and get him up to rank 4, man. Great rank 4 option. So yeah, even, oh, actually, that is a question. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably take him up anyway. Like, 5 stars are going to be the future, and you're going to have plenty of other options. But maybe if it's going to allow you to get him to rank 4 quicker, and you're very close to doing 5.3, and you can do that easily, then maybe you want to do that first. It's kind of up to you, my friend. Ah, yes, I did see the leaked movie icon with, sorry, the leaked next patch game icon with apparently Gladiator 4. I'm actually a little bit skeptical of that icon. I don't know why. 4 looks a little bit photoshopped to me. So yeah, I'm just going to wait and see. Seeing how many points do you need to get Mephisto? I'm in the beginner bracket. Cool, in the beginner bracket, I'm not too sure. I think in the beginner bracket, it's only like 300k, and then the intermediate is like 480k. But again, those do like bounce around all of the time because people are constantly going in and out. So yeah, there's no way to say for certain. I just completed Rumble Legends. Any tips on next move in game? Charlie, I'd have a look at some video on the channel called the progression path in Marvel Contest of Champions. And that's a video where I just outline, how to get from like Act 1 to 100% Labyrinth of Legends and in which order, is advised to do stuff. So yeah, I definitely check that one out, my friend. See, would a 99 Scarlet Witch or 99 Daredevil be better for Act 4? 99 Scarlet Witch for sure. You'd be able to just face roll through everything. So yeah, even though she's a little bit nerfed in comparison to what she was, so it's Act 4 now, so it should be fine. I think organizing a peaceful protest at New York Comic Con might work too, at least bring some bad PR at a public event. See, the problem is with stuff like that, Scott, is we don't want to complete the big overarching problem is that there is not a good level of communication between the developers and the player base. And if we organize a protest at the one time of the year when they come out, then what's that going to do? That's going to make them not want to come out again. They're not a very public company in terms of coming out. So yeah, I'm not going to stand behind that idea, if I'm honest. I think it's very important to have good conversation with them at New York Comic Con, but protesting them when they come out, I'm going to make it, I'm sure they're very, very clear already that they haven't been making the right decisions. But yeah, I don't believe that is a way to resolve anything. Yeah, I don't know. To a certain extent, I'm not really a huge fan of... I think a lot of stuff gets lost in protest. I'm much more of a fan of a clear channel of communication. Unless you organize a protest with a very, very solid kind of message behind it and get some points across and have an aim for that actual protest. But yeah, that is, in my opinion, just not the right move for anything Marvel Contest of Champions related. So yeah, man, I see where you're coming from, but trust me, man. Well, I'm gonna work on it, man. Try and get them to get their ass in gear. Yeah, see, you just gotta remember, like, nothing in terms of, like, shouting at them or being violent at New York Comic Con is gonna help anybody's situation in any way. It might be a great way for you to vent your frustration, but that, like, is just, if anything, gonna make stuff a lot worse. So yeah, just chill, man, just chill. Do you think Master Mode gets harder with 6 stars or new level in Event Quest? I really want them to be like an insanity mode of each month's Event Quest. That'd be super sick. Well, maybe I prefer like an insanity mode that was like a mini Realm of Legends, maybe with like that month's characters and a few other kind of popular ones related to the story. So for this one, you can have like all the dimensional beings and stuff, and hopefully it was, you know, fairly interesting and balanced. It's tough love, my friend. Yeah, but it's not it's just not the right approach to do it, at least in my opinion, man. Just don't really see how anything good could come out of that. Yeah, it's a massive pain in the ass, Paul. Like, I definitely do agree with it, man. Like, it's really annoying that kind of the only way we got some really speedy progress was to like go like fully fucking sick. And I think the main thing that started the boycott. There were a lot of things about the boycott, but it was just like on the very first day about what was it? Kabam Mike just putting his foot down and saying that the block proficiency change was intended, you know, the one where you were taking like 2k damage on parries in Labyrinth of Legends, and everyone was like, okay, you've made your stance very clear, like, we're gonna make our stance very clear, fuck this shit, man, this is complete bull. So yeah, it's also really badly sucks that we're going into Comic-Con when the game's in such a, at the moment, a negative place. So yeah, I'm really hoping that they can friggin' pull off a miracle come, what is it, tomorrow, just have this crazy list of good changes. So yeah, we'll have to see what's up. Hey, what is up, The Real Deal? Sorry, man, I believe I must have missed it, my friend. Keep up the good work. Massive shout out to your boy, The Real Deal. Sorry, my friend, I got caught up in quite a bit of conversation there. But yeah, massive shout out, man. Thank you so much for the support. See, who should I rank up to rank 4 first? Wolverine or Star-Lord? Both 4 stars. They're either Awakened Ultra. That is the question of the day, my friend. Hey, what is up, Jaskaran? Should I Awaken Archangel or Iceman? Out of those two, Archangel is definitely the, gains the most benefit from being awakened. So yeah, I'd definitely go for him over Iceman. Iceman's got very nice to have awakened ability, but certainly doesn't need it. I'm trying to do Labyrinth of Legends. What is the shortest and easiest path? Go to the guides playlist on the channel, and we have a guide to Labyrinth of Legends with all the info on the shortest and easiest paths and how to tear through all the bosses. Another boy. I don't necessarily think that another boycott would completely kill the game, but yeah, it depends how it was organized and stuff, you know. Like even if a boycott was organized, like there are smart ways that Kabam, you know, they could put out like some crazy Cyber Monday offers, and people might cave. So it's really, you know, if the community was to go into another boycott, which hopefully won't happen, hopefully they get their shit together next week, but if it did, then yeah, I think they would really it would have to be a point where everyone agrees that it was just too far, like, just can't take it, because I know like they would definitely chuck out some offers to try and break it pretty quick. Because I think they even tried that to a certain extent with 12.0. There's some very lucrative offers. Hey, what is up, Alan? Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the kind words. I don't see a link to your meetup in the meetup video. There should be one. I can give you the link to the, what is it, the page. So if you're hitting up New York Comic Con next week, we have a little community page for the event on Facebook. Let me just quickly find it. Right, there it is. Let's see if we can share a link. There we go. So yeah, if you're heading to New York and want to attend, what is it, the meetup next Friday at Dave & Buster's, man, definitely join that group so we can all get salty, or hopefully everything is fixed by then and it can just be a good time. So, I saw a player on Global with the Ultron that you get for the Labyrinth a while ago. His top champion was a 4-star Hyperion. No, I would say that person is most likely a hacker, Michael. Because Hyperion isn't really a great option as a 4-star for Labyrinth of Legends. Just because you can't parry and get, like, loads of stacks of heavy attack. Because you only have a certain amount of stuns. Hey, what's up, giveaway? Thank you very much for the super chat. Also, massive shout out to your boy, Scott McCloy. It's all good, man. It's all good. What time in the game do you go into the Veterans bracket? It's after 60 days of playing, so yeah. Any tips for countering Mephisto's fire aura in Master Mode? So you either want to use an Iceman, or a rank 5 champion as a 4-star, rank 3 as a 5-star. Ideally Hulk, or ideally the champion with the biggest health pool. And then use, I think it's the Relentless boost, the one that gives you, like, health every time you are... You know, like a lifesteal every time you're below 25%. That one's really, really good. So yeah, there's a way you can do it with that one. But look up the Hulk versus Mephisto video on the channel if you want to check that out. And we also have a video on Master Mode tips for all of the chapters and bosses on the channel. It's called like the Blades Master Tips video. So yeah, check that one out. Right. What's that? But using offers to appease the community isn't the best solution? I don't believe I ever offered that as a solution at all. I don't think that's a good solution at all. I think compensating the community generously for slip-ups and mistakes is the best solution for dealing with the variety of issues, something that they haven't been too great at. I thought the compensation month event was a little bit slow and a little bit lacking that they had, and yeah, they just haven't really been too on the ball. Hey, what's up, Queen of Pawns? See you on Friday, Mods and Cian. Are you coming to New York, Juice? Or are you just going to be back from your vacation on Friday? Does anyone know? Well, one arena is going to be 2 weeks from now, and then the other one is going to be 2 weeks after that, but we don't know which order they're going to be in. Hey, what's up, Christian? Thank you very much. That one that reverses regen works great on Mephisto Master Mode. It does, but what's the point I'm trying to make here? You won't... If you're using like a 550 4-star character, or like a really stacked character, you probably can't kill it in one try, unless you play very, very slow using the heal reversal. Like, it's a much, much better strategy, at least in my opinion, to use the one that gives you a health steal over 25%, because then you can just, sorry, under 25%, because then you can just keep on playing and playing and playing. And if you're a good player, then you can get Mephisto down in a single try. And hey, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. But the heal reversal, if you're somebody who's just like sacrificing champion after champion, what is it, the reverse healing one is pretty good. It doesn't reverse the healing, but it negates it from happening. So yeah, both of them work well, depending on which strategy you want to use. If you want to be good, then yeah, you probably want the health steal. If you want to just sacrifice a load of champions, then yeah, pop the heal reversal. Uncheap Mephisto, work against Master Mephisto. I don't know, it's something I'll test out a little bit later, when we get the freestyle Mephisto from Arena. But yeah, it's definitely something that I'm not too sure about. I'm not too sure if it does. I think Mephisto is going to work similar to Vulture in that he actually needs the debuffs of Incinerate to convert it to him. Convert that into energy or whatever. I mean, that last compensation was like, thanks, but no thanks. It seemed to burn a little bit. That cleared up months of spending on a broken game, slapping the face to me. Yeah, it wasn't that great. I mean, it didn't really... I think the problem with that, you know, what I didn't think was the best solution about that month of compensation was it was like... it wasn't like... It seemed more like an additional logging calendar, like a really nice logging calendar, instead of, hey guys, like, we've been fucking up for the last month and a bit. Right, we're really sorry about that. Here's more than the amount of items that the average player spent, you know, from dying to the double evade issue. Like, this is going back a few months now, but I just didn't really feel like it had the effect of a good compensation, you know? I think the 12.1 hotfix did compensation the right way, because they were like, sorry guys, we really fucked up. Here is some very, very nice compensation for all of the issues. But then the problem was that was, to a certain extent, met with empty promises, because, you know, the issues continued to get be added and get a little bit iffy with every patch. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this time next week, we're in a position where the game is looking significantly more solid. But we'll have to see, boys. We'll have to see. But yeah, personally, has anybody on an iPhone 7 or iPhone 7S had the issue where, because I've seen so many videos of it, where, you know, you fire off a special attack, but it doesn't, like, actually fire off the special attack. But, I haven't had it myself, and I played quite a bit of Arena yesterday, on Whale Milker. So yeah, has anybody on an iPhone 7 had it? Or is it just, some other devices? Because that you know, I'm just trying to think if there's, like, a problem in their QA system. But yeah, I don't know, we might see at some point on today's stream. I have an iPhone 7 and it's happened to me once. I wonder what causes the issue. I'll see if I see it at any point at all. Hey, not too bad, boys. Ah, yeah, quite a few people are having it then. Yeah, it's odd. I mean, just one of the random theories that I was thinking about was, yeah, is it something, you know, that's only happening on, like, older devices, but it seems that isn't the case. So I appreciate you guys chiming in and clearing that up, man. Yeah, I wonder how many, like, different types of phone they test Marvel Contest of Champions on. Maybe that's something to do with it as well. Yeah, man, so many iPhone users had it happen multiple times. Guess I've just been a little bit lucky so far, man. Yeah, I've had a couple of odd issues with the, what was it? I think I've parried, but then they've just instantly attacked into me. How do I feel about this month's calendar? It doesn't look great at all, but I'm hopeful that there's going to be a Halloween calendar again. It's one last year, and hopefully this one's pretty good, man. Hopefully this one's pretty good. I have 4 free stars. My 3-star Medusa, Punisher, Black Panther, and Drax. I have a lot of good 2-stars. You shouldn't focus on your 2 stars, man. Definitely focus on you got loads of great 3 stars there. So yeah, definitely don't even bother, man. Don't even bother. Just go for the 3 stars. Oh man, people are just arguing about devices nowadays. iOS 11 is the problem. I don't think it is, because people on Android are having the issue as well. Hey, what is up, Jack? Hope you're doing well. Doctor Strange is going to be back in business with the Mephisto synergy. See, that's something I really don't like. I'm not a huge fan of the, you know, taking a character that is very average, or in comparison to what else is out there, you know, is a lacking character, and then instead of being like, oh, you know, we're gonna buff this character, make it in line with some of the others, I don't like the buffing via synergies. Like, I think there are very interesting ways that you could do synergies to alternate, you know, the effects that characters have. So maybe Mephisto's synergy, instead of being this plus 70% regeneration with Doctor Strange, maybe it could be like turn the regeneration one into some sort of like fire aura that adds additional incinerate. So it's actually a bit more of an interesting mechanic that can change how characters function. So yeah, maybe changes, you know, you sacrifice the regen with that synergy to turn Doctor Strange into a powerhouse. And then, you know, if you don't want that synergy, if you just want to play regularly, like, viable Doctor Strange with base plus 70% increased healing, you totally can. Like, I'm just not a huge fan of that design, personally. Like, I'd rather that they have every character to a certain level, but then synergies do interesting stuff that can change characters for different matchups. Like, that would be the ideal, man, for sure. Oh man, it's everywhere! Everywhere the last couple of days, man. Reddit is very angry. So are the forums. So is the YouTube chat today, man. Everyone's just pretty angry that they keep on, you know, releasing this stuff without the appearance of fully testing it first. I can't say I blame the community, man. It's really fucking annoying. So yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Michael. My ego certainly appreciates those words. See, I'm from Portugal, so I am Portuguese, and I love your channel. Oh, thank you very much, Rafa. Appreciate the kind words. It's all good, man. You pretty much nailed that. I could read it. Why don't I go for the 4 stars, man? Ain't nobody got time for that. What you on about, fam? Gotta grind like, what was it? Probably like 20 million points for 4-star Mephisto. Fuck that shit, man. Got better ways to spend my time. What is my business plan when MCOC dies? I'm definitely gonna go on Live Jasmine. Have you seen this face? Like, there are people lining up, man. Lining up to watch those Live Jasmine streams. So yeah, guys, look out for me. When those Live Jasmine windows pop up, you know, boys. Triggered. Man, I certainly don't blame the community, for sure. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it at all, Paul. See, and I can afford my first 5 stars. Should I wait for Spidey or open it now? It's up to you, man. Up to you. I'd say if you want the best chance at getting a really good champion, you want to wait till December. But you know, if you want to save stock on Spidey and make the gamble, like it's not a bad one. Oh, thank you very much, Gabe. Appreciate that. Do I think Mephisto belongs in God tier? Definitely not. I would say he's probably gonna end up in demigod tier for the utility that he has, and like his damage isn't really that great, but you know he does a lot. He's gonna be a useful champion to kind of get out now and again. But I think he might be in terms of a defender God tier. Hey, Michael Thompson, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Let's get you up there, man. It's the blubberiest whale of the day. You damn well know it, man. We're going to be on Live Jasmine. Hope you boys are still dropping dollars over there. No, I'm just kidding. If, what was it? If MCOC were to die, like, there are so many video games out there. And your boy, man, he's smart. He's savvy as AF. We got crazy time. We got crazy hustle. But, I don't know. I don't think it's in Kabam's business interest that a game that generates between $30 and $50 million every month die. So I assume they're probably putting their best men on it. Fingers crossed. Guillotine is Bay. I rate Guillotine, man. She's quite fun. I was playing around, doing a little bit of testing with my Guillotine yesterday. I just want to see how effective that regeneration is. Still pretty good, man. It's still pretty good. It's nothing super amazing, but I was trying to get a feel for like how good Morningstar's regeneration is going to be. I actually think Morningstar's regeneration is going to be so good, especially with the way that her damage is going to scale up on her special 2. So yeah, I'm interested to see that one. With the combination of Mystic Dispersion, I don't know. Because also, one of the things that Morningstar has, when she has 4 souls, she gains a 50% chance to perfect block, which actually is going to make her better than both Captain America's. Absolutely absurd. So yeah, Captain America is comparatively maybe going in the bin after Morningstar is released. And then, what is it? When she gains 5 souls, then her attacks have a 20% chance to do health steal 50% of the damage. So, like, 1 in 5 of your hits is going to heal for 50% of the damage it deals. And as your souls go up, your special 2 damage seems to increase, like, a crazy amount. So, yeah, man, I feel like Morningstar might be pretty good. Might be pretty good, but exactly where she is going to be good remains to be the question. Like, I can't tell yet because we don't know how valuable this this like captured souls mechanic is, and how viable it is to use, and how much of a pain it might be. But I don't know. I got high hopes for Morningstar when it comes to stuff like Act 5 and monthly challenges. Like, you think about stuff like what is it, like Dave Batista's, where you have to fight like 31 enemies in a row? I don't know, something like Morningstar might be pretty handy there. But we'll have to see, man, we'll have to see. Will I go for Blade or Morningstar? No, I don't grind the featured 4 stars. Like, I don't really see a huge point in it. It's just all about really, spending a lot of units to get those champions. If there's ever a featured 4 star that I really want, I'd maybe go for it. But nah, nothing at the moment. I'd have to be, like, shit out of luck in terms of my, what is it? 5-star shards. Oh, thank you very much, Tony. That's it. That's one of the reasons, man. I have this very strong belief that I can, if I'm dedicated, I can outgrind anybody when it comes to the YouTube game. So yeah, I don't know what. Like, I'm not fussed about if MCOC were ever to tank. Like, I'm very confident that I have the hustle, the skill set, and knowledge to build a successful business around any other game. I think if MCOC were to tank, probably the game plan would be, and this is something that I do want to do at some point, is either focus the channel or start a second channel dedicated to the mobile market as a whole, and kind of essentially like put a big mission, embark on a big mission to sift through what is good in terms of mobile games and what is really bad, and do in-depth reviews and stuff on various games out there, because I think there's definitely something missing in terms of the YouTube space for that. And I think Marvel Contest of Champions has given me a great insight, man, into the mobile market and how stuff is going at the moment. Do you think there's any correlation between Alliance Quest boss kills and luck with AQ map crystals? I don't believe so, man. I think it's one of those random things. Certainly never noticed anything myself. See, do you think that this is a game that could transition over to console? I don't see any reason why Marvel Contest of Champions couldn't be transitioned over to console, but I think it just works better as a mobile game. But yeah, I mean, if they ever wanted to, it might be able to. But I think the reason the Marvel Contest of Champions you can access and play wherever is a huge reason a lot of people play the game. I think if you're sitting down to play a console game, generally you just want, like, maybe a little bit more. But I don't know. I'd be interested to see it, but I don't think it'll ever happen. I think it's a pretty interesting and engaging game to play on mobile, so I don't really see it moving in that direction. Oh, congrats on that, Zeb. Do I ever play any? I played Overwatch for a little bit. I suck at it. I'm so bad. I met a few pro Overwatch players, what is it, Eurogamer last weekend. It's cool, man. I really like Overwatch. I think it's a very interesting game. But yeah, I just don't have much of a talent when it comes to, what is it, FPS games. I don't know, I guess you don't have to play a shooting class all the time in Overwatch. Just need to spend a little bit of time and get good at it. MCOC, yeah, a lot of people, man, they just play MCOC while having a shit. Going to the loo, a lot of people playing bathroom breaks. Oh man, I'm sure everyone in the community knows that. At least 60% of MCOC is played on the can for sure. Just don't go to the dark side, never work for a game company. I'm not I'm really not fussed at all about working for a game company unless it was the right game, Tony. Unless it was a game that just had a no bullshit, very open communication approach to how they were developing their game. And there are games and companies that are popping up that are doing that. Then I think I'd be a fantastic community manager for something like that. But simultaneously, like, I much prefer doing YouTube and being my own boss, because then, you know, I can just say whatever the fuck I want to say within reason. It's pretty decent, man. Pretty decent. I'm so excited for Voodoo. He's my favorite champion. I'm going for Heroic 100%. Should I do Master as my best champion as She-Hulk 4-star? Depends on your ability to play there, Aaron. Yeah, I just push as much as you can. I'm sure by the end of this month you might have maybe a better 4-star champion as your top one. But yeah, man, it's up to how well you can play and maybe what characters you have as 3-star for utility. Hey, should I use a generic gem on Voodoo? Should you? Yeah, I'd say it's one of the better options, but again, it depends who else you need. But Voodoo definitely needs to be awakened if you want to have good control over the character. I'd say demigod tier, sugar. Setons, unduped X23 or Crossbones to 550. Kind of depends what you need. I wouldn't take unduped X23 up just for the fact that I think there are much more valuable mutant champions in the current state of the game. I also wouldn't take Crossbones up because I don't really believe there are many scenarios where you need a 550 Crossbones. Maybe if you really enjoy playing Crossbones, maybe Crossbones, but I probably wouldn't go for the X23. I wouldn't go for either, personally, but that's just my perspective. Who do you think will be introduced as the boss in Act 6? Probably Infinity War Thanos, I would assume. I've just noticed YouTubers that go to work for game companies fade away. Generally speaking, because they spend a... Well, it depends, man. A lot of them just spend a lot of time doing paperwork and pushing around customer service tickets. But it kind of depends on the role of that. You know, I think that there's still a lot of... Within the game industry, and you see it all over the place, there's a lot of debate about the best approach to handle a community and communicate with your players. Like, so many companies do just such a variety of different things. So yeah, I don't think there's a consensus that's been agreed on the best method. But I don't know. You know, I think having a very open and public communication channel with what are perceived to be the most respected and top members of the community is very, very important. So people can see the dialogue that goes in between. I also think it's very important that game developers step into the fray to talk about and justify various decisions. How do you see Command making T4CC easier to get? I think the biggest change is going to be when the next season of Alliance Quest, which I assume is going to come out around the same time as 6-star Champions. I mean, T4CC is already substantially a lot easier to get with the way that the new Alliance Quest rewards are structured. So in comparison to this Alliance War season, definitely significantly harder to get. Now they just drop like candy, in my opinion. But yeah, it really depends what tier you're at. You know, you need to be in that top bracket. You need to be pushing like ideally like a top 900 alliance. But before, it only used to be like the top 300 alliances that could get good access to T4CC. But now it's scaling down. So I really like the reward structure, the updated reward structure for this season of Alliance Quest. But next season, I think it's going to get even better. So I'm interested to see where they go. Hey Soon, should I bring my Archangel, Wolverine to rank 5, both awakened? Oh, man. It depends, man. Depends. Got Wolverine for regeneration, Archangel for damage and ability accuracy reduction. Depends what you need, bro. There's no right or wrong answer for sure. Might see Apocalypse as the boss of 4.5. There's certainly no indication that would happen at the moment. That would seem very random to me. So yeah, I think it's very likely that the Grand Master is going to be the final boss of 4.5. So we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. Collector strategy question. Can you permanently power lock him with Psylocke? Is that a viable strategy? What is... What would... Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to think what would go wrong there. I think if you were to use Psylocke against the Collector, eventually, because he reduces the ability accuracy of the champion that he's fighting constantly, so I think eventually that would bypass and mean that he'd start gaining power anyway. I think. But that's actually a good question. I don't think I've seen anybody fight Psylocke with a Collector. But then what would be the problem? Yeah, I think it would just be the ability accuracy reduction. But I'd like... Has anybody tested that out, man? Seeing what I think of Gladiator 4 instead of Gladiator Hulk. I'm interested to see the next month's characters. Like, I don't want to really talk about them until they arrive, because again, stuff can change so quickly, so anything that we talk about, like, it's a little bit pointless. But yeah, I don't know, I wasn't wholly convinced that Gladiator 4 looked like a legitimate image. Don't know, something about the shadowing seemed a little bit off to me, so just a case of waiting and seeing, man. I think there is going to be a movie version of Hulk 4 and also Hela coming next month, though. I really, really hope there's a movie version of 4 and that he's Science, because it's been like a year and a bit since our last Science character, and that was Quake. Man, R.I.P. Quake. Forever in our hearts. Hey, what's up, Mark? I'm not too sure, man, about Iceman breaking arena records. I think there's a good chance that he might, due to the fact of Mephisto being added to the game, and Iceman being, at least from the initial glance there, kind of the only good, viable alternative for fighting Mephisto in Alliance War as a mini-boss or boss. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's going to increase his cutoff quite a bit, but we'll have to see. I've a Mutant Awakening gem. Who should I use it on? Archangel or X-23? Archangel, no. Not even a question there, my friend. Just slap it on him. X-23 really doesn't need to be awakened. Very small benefit. But Archangel, if you want to make that character, you need him awakened. And then try and get as many signature stones into him as possible. How would you justify Forest Science? You couldn't really do that. Yeah, I don't know. You wouldn't be able to do that. He's probably going to be a cosmic character, I would assume. Unless he had, like, some... yeah, I just don't really see any way within the comic book knowledge that I know that would make him a Science character. Will I go for 5-star Mephisto? Nah, really not bothered about Mephisto as a 5-star. I think I'm either going to go for Morningstar or Blade. Or hopefully win Morningstar in the NYCC competition, which is totally not going to happen. But a young man can dream, ladies and gentlemen. A young man can dream. See, did you like the Inhuman show? I haven't watched it yet. I don't know. I don't know if I'm bothered about watching it. I might give it a go. But haven't they, like, cancelled the what is it? The second season of Inhumans already? So, I don't know, I don't really want to watch something if, like, they're like, okay, this is so bad that it's not even going to get a second season before it's released. Hey, what is up, Steejo, man? A pleasure to see you on the stream. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have done the arena grind for today. We're at 1.7 million, pretty good track for Mephisto. Just gonna go out for a little bit, man. Gonna grab some dinner with the family, because, you know, your boy having a nice little family dinner before I head off to New York Comic Con next week. But yeah, anyway, thank you for an awesome chat on today's stream, guys. I'm definitely gonna do some videos later talking about the various stuff that's going on at the moment, and we'll hopefully address that and give a bit more of a clearer perspective on a lot of the stuff. But yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and we'll speak soon. See you all on the channel.